Hey everybody, today we're going to continue our TT-02T sand shaker build, and we're going to be working on the dampers today. This kit was purchased directly from Japan and shipped over, so it came with the friction shocks instead of the CVA. The ones that were for export actually had the CVA shocks, which is unfortunate. It turns out these are a little bit tricky to put together. So the first step you want to do is actually take the shaft and the end of the shaft body here and dry fit this shaft and try to get it in there before you try to assemble the shock. So it's a little bit tricky, but you need to do this step first. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time holding the spring and tensioning it and then try to get it in there. Okay, so I've started this. I'm just going to give this a few more turns and then I'm going to undo it. All right. I think it's out. I'm just going to yank it out with a pair of pliers. All right, okay. So now we're going to start building the damper and put a little grease there. And you need to pre-cut these rubber bushings. You need 4 of the 2mm and you need 4 of the 5mm like this one. The diagram is right here on the side, right there. Pretty straightforward. Just use a sharp hobby knife. You shouldn't have any trouble. This is to scale, so you can just measure, eyeball it from there. What this actually does, it's a limiter. It limits the amount of travel the damper can go downwards, can compress. So we have this ready. Next step is to put on the 2mm bushing, like so. And the next part is kind of where it starts getting tricky. You do need to hold this with the screwdriver. Get that ready. You need to compress the spring and then you need to push this through. I'm gonna hold this down, use my armorer's block here. And if you didn't dry fit this, this would be a very difficult step because you would have a hard time doing both, compressing the spring and also trying to tighten this. But since the end here has already been fitted, it actually goes in pretty easily. And then I'm going to get another screwdriver that can thread through the loop there and use that to hold the damper and go ahead and tighten this the rest of the way. All the way until it won't turn anymore. All right, there we go. And this was kind of the easiest way that I found works to assemble this, the bottom part of the damper here. And the next step is very straightforward. You're just going to put the cap on. You're going to put the MA2 screw in there, tighten that, and you're ready to go. Let me go ahead and build the other two and then we'll go to the next step. Before I put these onto the chassis here, let me go ahead and measure eye to eye just approximately how long these dampers are. Just approximately 63mm, and I have one from a standard TT-02 and it's just about 54. So these are 9mm longer than the standard TT-02. It's good to know. Let's go ahead and mount these on the chassis. All right, mounting these are super easy. Just have to make sure you're putting it through the correct hole. same as the manual. And on the top of the damper stay, you're going to use this hole right here, the outside hole. And on the lower arm, it's going to be the lower hole. So let me go ahead and put this on. Okay, I'll do the same for the other side. The front dampers are exactly the same. You're going to use the outside hold on the stay and the lower hole on the arm. All right, those super simple steps. So the damper geometry should look something like this, front and back. There you go. So we're done with steps 23 and 24 as well. And next we're going to be dealing with the electronics. That's always everybody's favorite. I'm going to be working on steps 25. 26 is to test the electronics. 27 to mount the servo. And 28 and 29. We're almost done. So got kind of the exciting meat of the build next video. So drop this video a like. Subscribe for more and follow along, and I'll see you guys in the next video.